really ironically, because it's an LAX connection, a loose one. We'll call it LAX Light. But LAX somewhat in the news because of the jump, if you will, was Mike Santana in TNA Impact and everywhere else he wrestled. Now, as part of NXT, has a name change and is now known as Cruz Montana. And well, I can't even get through the name. And since the debut of the name Cruz Montana has been met with quite the feedback of the internet wrestling community. So we're going to start here tonight before we get into the match. Did you see all this? Did you hear about this and the name change?
I do follow. I'm sorry, he will always be Mike Santana to me. So I do follow him. I think he's awesome. Always sending him positive energy. I wish I could have worked with him at some point. That would have been really awesome, even if it was like a one-off thing. So to hear his name, because I was not aware of the name change. So you breaking it here on TMI TNA Days is also breaking it to me. And that's why I laughed. I was like, why would you give him that name? It doesn't even, I don't know. It doesn't go, I feel it doesn't go with the flow of the presentation that is Mike Santana.
Now he had to justify it. He said that there's a family connection, and that's why the name is Cruz Montana. But when he debuted, he came through the crowd, and and this is very strange too, because this is exactly what we talked about. They did not mention his name. They were just like, "Oh, look. Oh my gosh." Like, yeah, there he's here. And oddly, when you debuted, or excuse me, it's not even debuted. It was a re-debut / reveal in the last episode. You had no technical name because you weren't Shelly, but you weren't yet Salinas. So they're like, oh my gosh, there she is. Like, it was almost the same exact kind of reaction. So Cruz Montana, again, when you first hear it, just kind of sounds like one of those generic WWE machine names.
My name is England and Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. That's all I keep. That's what I keep thinking of over here.
Yeah, I mean, like it's just kind of like, I don't know, generic sounding. But again, I wish I had the tweet. I should have pulled it up, but he did try to justify the name change with it's a connection to like a grandparent or something like that. And people just weren't really buying it.
Mm. I just don't feel. I don't. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So don't come for
His
me,
late
people.
father, excuse me, it's his late father who
Okay.
passed away 6 years prior. That's what they're saying the connection is to the name Cruz Montana. But again, we've known the guy for almost 10 years on regular wrestling television with the other name.
It just doesn't sound Latin enough to me. No offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish it was more gente. I wish it was more like, I don't know. But if it's true that it is after his late father or whatever, that's really cool that to be able to immortalize that. I've talked before. Being called Ariel when I was in WWE was really special to me, even though I didn't necessarily come up with it. But to choose it because of being a Disney girl and Little Mermaid, and that's such a close and dear movie to my heart. So I understand having a name that means something. So if it means something to him, positive vibes all the way. But I don't know, like we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that's a great transition because I was going to ask about, the name change. And obviously, you had different names prior to Ariel, and that's the name they decided to go with. But, if you're going to go with like being proud of the name Ariel and it be linked to something so beloved and happy as Disney, and then you be a vampire tarot card reading, seductress, kind of not like the same thing. So it's interesting the connection between Ariel, the redheaded Little Mermaid, and Ariel, the blood sucking tarot card reading seductress.
Absolutely. So that's what I'm saying. If it means something cool, here's the thing. I've never said this out loud, but here we are. It's TMI days. I was always secretly hoping that at some point, like just a one off, maybe they're in LA area or drivable, that I could manage him just one time in TNA, just for like, even if it was a house show or something like that. They do little things like that here and there sometimes, just a one off, like, oh, just
Yeah.
for nostalgic sake. But now that he's with WWE, that ain't ever gonna happen.
Well, I mean, hey, they say never say never, but it's
I'm pretty
it
sure.
could
Here's the thing.
happen. There could be a giant LX reunion.
I doubt it. Here's the thing. I was talking to someone who shall I can't even talk rename I can't talk shall remain nameless, that shared with me that they knew someone that they were tight with, that, long story short, was getting a look see at NXT. And when they were asked who some of their inspirations were, they named three different people. And they were told, now this is what I was told, that they're not allowed to say those names. And so to me, I thought
Oh
it was
my god.
interesting. Yeah, they're not allowed to bring them up. And what's interesting, maybe I'm not over here trying to be like, oh, it's all about me or whatever. But in my gut for years, I've often wondered if I'm on that list of names that people aren't supposed to talk about in WWE, because this is the only reason why. Because I cannot tell you how many effing times I've worked with people on the indies, like full on, like reoccurring, like locker room sharing, experience sharing people, where I developed working friendships with, but as soon as they get signed to WWE, NXT, or anything like that, they ghost me. They will unfollow me, and I'm just like, what is that? And I've talked to Metal Jesus about it. He's like, what if you're like a person they're not supposed to bring up? And so when my friend told me this about this other person, I was like, see, I feel that could be a possibility. So that's why I'm saying I don't think you'll ever see me on a one-off in WWE. I think I'm really blacklisted there for sure. I don't care who's in charge. Like, I really truly feel I'm on the blacklist.